You know, you're all frightened at this point.
Boo!
I think we all already were.
You are already frightened, so you don't need to roll will saves.
But Pimin is trapped between them. Where would he
Henrik is frightened.
Oh. Didn't my turn go after
Yeah,
Rotors?
it should be after me. He did already.
And I ran over here.
Oh, should it? Okay.
He delayed.
I delayed.
Ah, you delayed. Okay. Zarin.
Zarin ain't fucking doing this shit again. For starters, like, the scabbard of vigor is worn out. Okay. As a, just fucking, like, turn into, like a dinosaur and just leave. Alright. Move action, he is going to draw the light hammer. And as another move action, he is going to move... Oh, as part of the move action, he'd draw the light hammer. And then as the secondary move action, he is going to move here. And hold up the menacing light hammer of Bri, the poltergeist.
Oh, alright. Damien, you're frightened.
Mm-hmm.
Roll for, you're frightened.
I'll withdraw, I suppose.
It does not provoke.
Okay.
Or rather, the poltergeist is not threatening.
Go over there.
That's not what my will save says.
I guess I'll cover here unless I get attacked.
Sure. Can cover in the corner. This poltergeist will do some movement and shoot metal bits at Rofor. And miss. It's over here becoming visible with an eerie, high-pitched, well, cackle, really. Not so much a creature, but rather just a floating light source, a bundle of glowing lights bobbing in the air. So it will become visible, darting around a bit.
Oh God, those things are terrifying.
And that will be its turn. This poltergeist will do some movement and shoot a thing at Rofor, which hits for a d6 of damage, for 1 point of damage. The metal bit slightly scratches. Chandala.
Oh God, the horror, the pain.
Look, before you just move 30 feet, I have no fucking interest in pulling and doing this shit again. Like, if you people are gonna keep caving to weak will, we might as well just leave.
It's not weak will.
It's not
It's standard will.
It's just
Can't
having
do that,
a
say.
+5 will save and then being forced to do 3 of them in a row kind of breaks you.
I wasn't blaming you. You stupid fucking cunt, you don't know how to design a character.
Hey buddy, I tried, but Sheep said no. He didn't want my designed character. He wanted a flawed.
But no, like, you folks, like, if any more of these things appear or, like, have other fear effects, you folks are just gonna keep caving. Like,
Yeah, you know what? We should have been androids.
I would not be good as an android.
They only seem to do it when they appear the first time around.
Well, we don't know whether there's any other poltergeist that might appear. Like, we fought, like, a few, and now we're fighting more, and there could be even more further on in the complex thing. Like,
Surely it wouldn't be so boring that there's only poltergeist here.
well, there's clearly not only poltergeist there, as pointed by the new thing that popped out and is flitting around.
The will of the wisp.
If it gets that bad, we'll all just fucking run away, and then we'll regroup and walk back.
We get a cleric who can
Suffering.
cast move fear.
It's like
See, that's the point where I'm at now. Like, I'm the only person who can, like, do things for, like, the next few rounds while all of you are fighting away. I'm not tanking everything.
Rotor took the first hit.
Well, we could retreat for a couple of rounds and come back again, but then they might just pop up again and we will keep running away.
Well, anything else for your turn so far?
No, I'm done.
Alrighty. This poltergeist will then move back and shoot a metal bit at Zarin. And miss terribly. Zarin.
Right. Let's see here. After that, I'm running. Well, rather, I guess I'll just double move, because Zarin's not actually afraid. Zarin might have a magical weapon, but he's not, like... the rest of his companions simply can't handle this.
Damien? Okay, roll for. Okay, Kenrick.
It's my last frightened turn. Seeing everyone else run, I'll...
Seeing everyone's run, your character will suddenly make a rational decision and realize he can still run further. Doesn't have to hide.
Technically, you said you were covering in the corner until you got attacked, so...
Yeah, but when I look around and see everyone else running, I'm like, that overrides everything.
There's probably another grenade.
Let's...
Everyone starts throwing grenades.
This poltergeist will do nothing. In fact, it's pretty much not even visible to most of you at this point. But the bobbing source of light is going to chase you,
Boo!
cackling in an eerily human voice. And coming closer, at least Chandela, somewhere in her mind, does realize that there seems to be a human skull embedded in the glowing light source.
Lich.
No, it's a will-o-wisp, but it's
A willow
bad.
lich.
Chandala.
Well, I'm still running. Ba-da-ba-doo.
Alright, Zarin.
Okay, well, I'm not changing my tactic.
Damien? Roll for. And Kenrick.
No, I'm not gonna finally do something besides running, but I don't want to be here at front, so I'll move. Wasn't too many turns left that you're frightened, right? All of you.
This is the last one.
This is the last one, yes.
Check,
Okay.
couldn't frighten anymore.
Yep, I'll move behind you, so I'm not up front.
I think, strictly speaking, Chandler is the best person to tank this thing. But I don't know what it is. It's a glowing
Why
skull
me?
light. Because you have a lot of HP.
I don't want to tag a glowing skull light. I'm
let's
soft and
see.
squishy.
Creature will charge forward, going for the person who still looks the most frightened, and it has decided that is Chandela. It will try to shock Chandela.
Ah!
God.
That should
pain!
be the first attack.
The pain!
Touch of 34?
That pain! Why?
Good luck.
Well, let me tell you what a touch AC
Impossible.
of 34 is going to hit.
That's like
That sounds like it
everything in the
misses
world.
any of us on a 1.
It hits. It will hit anything in the entire monster manual, I
It's
think.
really bonus, man. Crap.
Ow.
At least
Chandala.
its shadow buddy stayed behind.
Well, step back and shoot it. Yes. Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. Go away, horrible demon thing!
The first shot hits, and in fact seems to rather inconvenience the thing.
I
Your
am
bullet
rather
does not seem to
inconvenienced.
be. Your bullet does not seem to be simply passing through it, but rather hitting something rather corporeal.
I hit the skull! And the 19 misses the touch?
The 19 misses.
Oh boy.
Zarin.
Okay. Aaron is going to, like, move back, stand behind Shanda, and he's going to do something new. Let me see if I can get this lined up just right. Yep, that'll be good. Did you not feel like drawing?
Oh,
Yes,
God.
it did. That is a 40-foot wonderful effect as Zarin is going to cast a spell, extending the hand that is not on the hammer, and cast Stone Call. A rain of dirt, gravel, and small pebbles fills the area, dealing 2d6 points of bludgeoning damage to every creature in the area. No saving throw, no spell resistance.
All right.
For the remaining duration of the spell, this debris covers the ground, making the entire area difficult terrain. So if any of the poltergeists followed in through the area, they can have that.
Oh, you rolled the damage. All right, let's use that.
I mean, that's typically how that works whenever people
Yeah,
make attacks.
I just put in 2d6 into the damage thing, but that's better. Yeah.
And yes, for that is going to be difficult terrain for the remaining duration of the spell, which is 1 round per level.
Okay.
That is the end of my turn.
Finish
Damien.
the fight, Professor.
What is it, Professor?
Do it.
I mean, we'll try to see what it is. What kind of knowledge check is that? Arcana, probably.
That would be dungeoneering.
Engineering. Oh, I have that. Let's be lucky. Why not?
Let's see here, 20. Pemian would know that this is not a ghost or any sort of incorporeal creature, but very much likes to be essentially in the same area as this is a creature that feeds on fear. It is called a will-o-wisp. It is very adept at making itself invisible, and if it is in range of someone who is deathly afraid or currently dying, it is known to quickly regenerate.
How terrifying.
Well, it's not incorporeal, so you can pull it.
Anything else?
I want to move up here at least.
Okay.
And then I could. What sort of action was that knowledge check?
Move action.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Then that's it.
Go for it.
Realistically, it's not going to miss me anyway, so
No.
might as well enter my blood rage to smack it about a bit. Just remove like that, and then destined strike. Hit it.
Man, running into will, they're tough. They're tough creatures.
That is a miss.
Well, all right.
Creature dodging out of the way. Kenrick.
I'll cast ear-piercing scream on it. Yes, that's what I'll do.
Alright. That's a save, I believe. What kind of save?
It's a fortitude save.
Fortitude save. It fails.
No!
Oh, it's gonna be dazed for 1 round. And take
Okay.
2d6 damage.
Success.
roll.
Sonic damage.
The skull is rattled.
There you go.
The skull is, in fact, rattled. 6 points of damage. There we go. It's also dazed. Dazed. It's dazed. It's no longer dazed.
Well, this is the time to strike. Clearly, Shonda will shoot the thing. Yes, quite so. Oh yeah!
The second shot hits
Yep.
and is enough to make the glow suddenly wink out. As the creature seems to plummet to the ground, the light extinguishing.
Well shot.
Oh, thank goodness.
I will tell you now that the poltergeists do not seem to be pursuing you. Combat would be over at this point.
All right, it's fine by me.
The stone difficult terrain is going to last for another 18 seconds, Gibbs.
That's fine. I need like a few rounds to get over my fatigue anyway.
So, the thing we need is probably in there. Do we want to try again? Like, we need to...
Yes.
Okay. Maybe if you go in first and let all three
Like
appear.
soak it all up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
three appear around you, and you just soak it. You just and then we can hit them.
All the fear in my
Or
face.
actually, maybe Zarin should go first because he is immune to that stuff, so he would
Oh, that
soak it up.
makes sense in a way, yeah.
He's technically alive, yes. So they would sense life and be like, tasty.
They don't seem to like attack you when you run past them, so.
I have no idea what they do. Except they make us afraid.
Zarin snorts. It is good I am traveling with you.
Shana wonders
Yes,
quietly to
I
herself
agree.
if that was irony. Or sarcasm.
However, I am partially unconvinced. If there are even more of these creatures that cause you to run with disregard for the situation, and others of those flying, shocking things, I am unsure whether the four of you are suitable for continuing this endeavor.
Well, the problem is that we need whatever is in there.
Mm-hmm.
It is going
Do
to be
we?
just fine.
I mean, do we need it?
Well, if we wanted to blow up the antennae, that's what the
Perhaps the professor can find some other way using electrical feedback or some sort of power thing to blow it up.
Shana looks at Pimion.
It didn't look
For
like
love interest.
much else in there. But,
I mean, drugs, maybe.
let's at least give it another try.
All right. I'm fine with
Zarin.
one more try.
Zarin displays a human emotion of lifting one of his hands to his nose and pinching the bridge. Very well.
We're looking for
Well,
bombs,
Professor, I can understand why you may have forgotten in your fear. We are here looking for the explosive devices that the rats folk were much
okay,
interested in,
Yes,
in
thank you.
exchange for prizes.
I do like prizes.
All right, Rothor, we're right behind you.
Looks like they left.
Zarin looks over at Rothor really? First off, the suggestion goes that maybe I should go first, and then second all, these creatures appear from shadow. They're not there, and then suddenly they're there. Saying that they're gone is a useless statement. Let's try this.
I'm gonna cast shield on my shell.
Moving there, Zarin, trying to sense anything around him, does feel like there's a creature to his north.
Zarin, not attacking, he just lifts up his hand that's not in the light hammer and just sticks out his entire arm and puts it through the square to the north of him.
Alright. The creature shrieks
Boo!
and becomes visible right next to him.
Awesome.
As
Ghost detector, Zarin.
I guess Rothor would be in range but not in line of sight, so the will save would go to Zarin, who doesn't have to make one because it's irrelevant. But we will go to initiative at this point.
You
as
said
the
I
creature...
didn't matter.
Spook detector.
You know what I meant to say is that you're better than everyone else.
That's what you meant to say, I agree.
That's what I meant to say.
Something strange.
In
I
the
mean, gets back
neighborhood.
first, as he hears another eerie moan.
Who are you gonna call?
This time you want to
Pimion
hear
is
it.
so far not a fan of eerie moans, so he'll stay put.
Ranger Saren.
Shandar?
I ain't afraid of no ghost. Still prepared to To fire at anything that is ghost-like and comes out of that place.
This creature will then float back and shoot something at Zarin. No, not that. And hit. A small metal bit, doing 2 points of damage.
These are dark times.
Kenrick.
Yeah, move up a little bit closer. And wait here, ready to shoot.
This creature will no fear and again materialize right next to Zarin, accomplishing
Boom.
exactly nothing. Zarin.
As a move action, Zarin is going to spite this poltergeist to the north by closing the door.
Alright.
Didn't care about doors though.
Bada.
I don't know, let's see it. Zarin was actually gonna like open up another door too, just like start like moving away, but then this poltergeist appeared.
Open
I don't
up.
have like a door to separate us two. Like this is awkward. Oh, they don't provoke. Aha! As part of the move action, can I move in here and then close the door behind me?
Sure.
Yes!
You can in fact just move through the creature.
Don't they just move through doors as well then?
Right. Zarin moves in here. He asks Bri to give him vision, and it's just turn.
I
Another
heard
creature.
2 door slams and someone giggling hysterically. I don't know.
Move next to Zarin, that becomes visible.
Boo!
I live in the machine.
Zarin looks unimpressed.
It's probably safer,
Go for
Othar.
Probably needs help.
Oh God!
The misty creatures
monster.
being visible much easier in here as there's less ambient fog.
To the abyss with
Press
thee.
attack.
That is a hit.
Okay. That's something at least.
Slicing through the fog. Come here.
Now he thinks it might be okay to move up a little.
Zarin says through the door, I spotted all 3 of them, Rothor.
There's one here.
Your third is behind you.
Okay, so
Being incorporeal, they can probably go wherever they want.
Knowledge nature checks don't teach him a whole lot of
Oh,
incorporeality.
yeah, I don't know.
I like he's the one talking about spirits all the time and he knows nothing about them. He's just
I
making
think I know
everything.
stuff about them.
He just makes everything up.
That your turn then? Jake?
yes.
Okay. Shadala.
Well, everything seems to be going well, so she'll
He's the sort
Nobody
of
is
hunter
running.
failed to catch the prey.
don't move here. Like, can I stand here? Hello?
Yeah. Yeah, you can.
So looks. Oh, hi, Rotha. Oh. Well, that's it.
They have Saren behind the door.
He's beleaguered behind the door. Quickly,
Let's roll this D10 openly just for giggles. No.
break through and save him.
You hear some metal bits thunking against the door. Kenrick.
Okay.
Well, seeing as people are going inside, we do a double.
They're not as scary like when you see that, like, you know, they don't appear behind you.
Maybe
They don't
Yeah.
scream more than once. So.
that's my turn.
There's more moaning now.
Well, this one feels rather awkward here, so it'll simply move through the wall here. Another D10. Nope. More metal bits thunking against the wall.
Although it's south.
The wall and doors towards Rothor's north.
I went
Saren.
south.
Zarin, like, looks over at the poltergeist. It's like in a one-on-one situation. Zarin, basically, like, as a move action, like, shrugs to himself. Like, ugh. And, as a standard action, rather than attacking, I'm going to cast. It's not fucking worth it. I'm just gonna hit it with the fucking light hammer.
That most certainly it's.
I have my turn. I was thinking about casting lead blades on. I'm like, no.
Poltergeist moves back and some discarded machinery goes flying. A very small piece. That, I believe it's a hit, is it? Yeah.
Yes.
For 1 point of damage. They are not very good at aiming, apparently. Roll 4.
Well, trying to rage, right? So let's do that.
I am pissed right now.
Oh, damn
Rage
it.
through the door.
Also raises my will, so that's good. if it becomes relevant. By a not inconsequential amount. Then move through the door.
Okay, you open the door and move through.
And then we power attack that one. It's right next to me there. Presumably that was the one that tried to flee.
No running spirits! You'll not possess any other robots on this day!
That is a hit, and the creature dissipates with a screech.
No!
Done.
Permian.
And we'll go up into here. And no, I think that's it.
Chandala.
Well, can I see that one over there? No. Can I see that one? No. Okay. I need to move. Doopy doopy doo. Oh, the door's still locked. I see, I see. Well, she moves up here, sees the poltergeist, and shoots it.
You can, I guess, barely see him.
Go through blocks.
No, just your vision, you can just barely see it.
Mm-hmm.
But you can see it.
Then we can move here. If that makes you happier.
Yeah, then you can definitely see it.
Humana, kaboom!
That hits. The musket bullet creating a whirl of black fog. Little else. This guy, 5-foot move slightly into the scrap wall here.
He takes
And
cover.
Shoot a piece of the scarlet metal at Rofor. That is a hit with touch for a 2 points of damage. These rolls, man. Kenrick.
Oh. Down here. See what's going on. See a closed door and Chandala shooting in the room. Looks kind of crowded, so I'll wait over here.
Okay, Zarin.
I am the exorcist. You will be cleansed in the name of Bry.
That hits.
I end my turn.
You cleanse part of it. Poltergeist.
I don't have
Yeah.
any more bacon.
That's against Zarin. That's a miss. Roll 4.
The
Medica?
silent protagonist Manikai.
That does not hit.
Damn it.
Permian.
Should made that a destiny strike. Quickly, Professor. Do it.
Oh, that door is closed.
Open it.
In that case, I can. Yeah. I can't stand inside Chandala, so it's a move action open door here, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I'll open the door, I guess, for Chandala.
Teamwork. Okay. Doors open. Chandala.
Okie doke. How hurt is the dude up there?
Not very.
Okay. Well, I'll shoot. I'll shoot poltergeist 2 with the first bullet and poltergeist 1 with the second bullet.
Okay.
Remember the shot.
Can you rapid shot them under?
The first one is enough to make this one disappear into the mist that it came from.
Maximum damage.
Second shot takes a chunk out of this one. Who will... it'll move, provoking an attack from Rahal.
Alright, I'll take my attack.
And if it could regret moving, it would. As it moves through your sword or your sword through it, it also disappears. Combat is over.
That wasn't so bad.
And let me describe these rooms again at this point. The northern room where Rofa is in currently, the function of the room is very hard to determine. What is very obvious is that the entire northern wall was essentially melted into a slag-like substance. Debris from the outside having rushed in to fill the hole, and there's just bits scattered about everywhere. The room that Zarin is in, the eastern half of it is a tangle of grey metal, strange parts, and rubble, all of which were subjected to great heat a long time ago, as evidenced by the fact that it is scorched, burned. There are still some rusty-like substances. However, they are more like green and yellow and slightly glowing.
Well,
Hmm.
that's ominous. Was there a door? Yes, there's a door to the south. Shall we open that door?
Alright. And that's not the right tool. That's the right tool.
6 more of these.
6 more poltergeists. The air rushing towards Chandala as she opens this door is choking and stale. The dust in this room inches thick.
Buh.
To the south, you can see a number of containers rusted. Well, one of them is definitely rusted, the glass on top of it broken. 2 of them seem relatively intact. They do remind you of the same kind of pod that you found Connor in originally. Coffin-shaped objects made from glass and metal.
People in there. So,
Well, she steps in and takes a look around. Oh. There is a passageway. She points.
Yeah, there used to be a wall there, however it is crushed and completely gone, essentially.
take a look. There's a door.
So it leads further in. She sort of shudders.
Perhaps. We look through these containers. I'll keep a watch of this door.
Yes, that seems to be... are they locked if she looks at them?
The containers, 2 of them are broken and shattered. This one and this one are broken. These 2 here seem pretty much in pristine condition.
Can you
Looking
see through
into the glass, you do see, well, human shapes, really. It's a bit hard to see through the glass as it is not completely transparent, but slightly like opaque and blurry. But they do seem to be intact and, well, they seem almost as if alive. Dressed in some sort of suit or armor.
Professor?
Oh, yes. Yes, what is...
There...
Yeah, oh, did you wake me up for nothing?
I am the professor. There seems to be people in these. She sort of points at the pods. The same type of pod we found Connor in.
Interesting. Let's see what we can find out then.
Give me a perception check.
add some luck onto there. Ooh, that was like the worst perception check ever.
Yeah, it is pretty obvious
It was a
that
3.
that these two pods are in fact in absolutely perfect condition as opposed to everything else in this room. The humans inside seem to be in very good condition as well. One of them, Pimian can make out, has the features of a female, the other one of a male. Their skin, looking through the blurry glass of the container and the glass of the helmets they are wearing, seems to be somewhat reddish, with dusty skin, reddish hair, delicate features. Not something that Pimian could immediately. Well, he couldn't tell the ethnicity right away, essentially.
Right. Can I inspect the pods? Like, with engineering?
Sure, looking at the pods.
Kind of, I mean, like, their function is clearly protection, but what else, you know?
The function of these pods, to Pimian's mind, is twofold. The primary point of them is, in fact, to keep something in it fresh, be it a living human or anything else. These people, however, have entered it in suits, which is rather peculiar because that's not something you need to do. The pods, however, do seem very, very sturdy. So to Pimian's mind, he would assume that maybe these people have hidden in there to be more safe than they would otherwise be.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps they were fleeing from the poltergeists.
Maybe.
From the ghost things, I suppose. What was the machinery in the other room?
I didn't get a chance. Chandala called me in before I could inspect it properly. But I will go check it now.
I think Keimric would want to see these. He talked about liking to study people in relation to these things.
In the eastern room here, Pimian does recognize some of the machinery, in fact having seen the exact same things in the reactor room below Torch. These pieces, however, here are not only broken, they are far from ever being functional again. Mm-hmm. They are just a tangled mess of metal, and perhaps he also thinks that these glowing substances, it's probably not a good idea to touch them.
Touch them.
Mm-hmm. Well, Pimian will then come back and say, if you remember that the reactor room from below Torch, it's that machinery in there is basically identical, except it's broken and destroyed beyond repair.
Shonda looks at the coffins. Then how do these things still have power?
They might have a self-contained battery or something similar.
Probably wake them up and say the danger's past. Maybe they know something about Scrapwall. Or Hellion.
Well, looking at the damage and the dust of this place, I would think that these are incredibly old.
Could I use Profession Architect to try to find out how old?
Sure, I like that idea.
Or wait, not Architect, it's Archaeology, but I have
Archaeology, yes.
Yeah.
Archaeologize.
The rings and the
Roll
plastic.
a 2.
Well,
The rings and the plastic.
identifying the exact age of the pods that are still intact, Pimian would call impossible.
Approximate age?
Yeah, could I
Even the
estimate?
approximate, they look as if they had been built and cleaned yesterday. There's not even a speck
No,
of
I mean
dust
the
on
entire place.
Like the
What
roof.
about the busted
them. Oh,
ones
the
and,
entire
these-
place?
The entire, yeah. Like, how long has it been sitting here? I mean,
Well,
even just like a rough, like
Embedded in the
between
wall.
1 and 6,000 years.
Well, looking at the actual walls and the floor doesn't really tell Pimian anything. But the fact that this thing is not embedded into Scrapwall, but rather essentially below it, it's at least as old as Scrapwall itself.
And how old is that?
Pimian would have no idea.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Still wonder where the grenade came from. Was that a trap? Or,
Oh, the ghost probably had it. Yes.
you mean holding it?
Yeah. I mean, they can pick things up and throw. So maybe it's lying around. It's like, take this, suckers.
It's a pretty smart ghost.
Well, they're not
Yeah,
unintelligent.
they used to be a person.
Spirits can be very devious. when it
Maybe
comes to hurting.
even those pointing at the cracked coffins. Maybe they died horribly and whatever calamity happened here and their spirits.
Could you
is
wake
there
them up,
anything-
Professor?
I can try. Does there seem to be some kind of release that Pimian would know how to use, or
You want to open these 2 pods?
I want to open one first?
One at a time.
One of them. Well, the usage of these pods, to Pimian's mind at least, is obvious. As there's a big button, essentially, that you can press to release the top.
No, it's quite elementary.
Well,
Terminate.
We'll do that on the one with the mail.
Which one?
The one with the mail.
Okay, that
Which
would
one
be
is
this
that?
one.
Ready to cut him down if anything happens.
Yeah, weapons
Could be
out.
crazy.
Space madness, I've heard about this.
As
Space.
Pimian's hand approaches the button with the intent of pressing it,
Eyes open wide.
it does eventually reach it and press it down.
Yes.
But
Horror movie thing where the guy
But
becomes
as
gasping.
Pimian thinks he has just activated the pod, something very different happens. As the entire pod is suddenly caked in a layer of dust, just as everything else. The metal cracking, the glass breaking silently and slowly, as the pod slowly transforms into the same condition as everything else here. The human inside is undergoing the same transformation. The helmet glass cracking, the metal of the suit it's wearing breaking, denting essentially, and the skin barely visible through the now very, very opaque glass, slowly receding, leaving only bone. As the now corpse of the human starts moving.
You killed him, Professor.
What did you
Was
do,
it-
Professor?
A magical effect?
Moving.
Or
It's some sort of dead creature.
Sorcery!
I smack it.
Black sorcery, I shoot it!
Kenrick can roll me a spellcraft check. As we will go into initiative.
Sort of monster. Professor has created
What have you? What
horrible.
has science done, Professor?
too far.
grabs
far.
him, shakes him.
Do something first.
Cackles. It's alive.
Chandala gets to act first.
These look
Did my-
simply terrible. Look at these horrible creatures.
both of them.
As for what is happening here, Kenrick thinks this is an extreme case of lingering necromantic aura. Something so terrible has happened here that essentially this has happened.
Something so evil,
Wait,
so foul.
I thought only one of the coffins did that. When...
The other broke as well at the same time,
Oh.
undergoing the same transformation.
Like a horrible still image of Parrish.
Well, Shonda, moves up, motions to Kenrick, get behind me! As she sort of takes a step back from this horrible thing. And she will shoot it. Because that's what she does these days. Did I have point blank? Yes, I did. Okay. Kaboom!
Against one or the unnumbered one?
One.
It's one. Okay. They both hit, taking large chunks out of this creature's armor.
It is magical,
Yes.
actually. so yeah, magical slashing, piercing. If that matters.
Isn't it bludgeoning piercing?
No, I think it's actually slashing. I can double check.
I think it was piercing bludgeoning.
I was bludgeoning before.
A slashing bullet makes very little sense to me.
Yeah.
Well, Kenrick.
I would agree with that sentiment.
Yep. Step back here. Can still see both of them. What kind of knowledge check would it be to?
Well, these, since Kenrick knows that these are the product of necromancy,
So they're undead.
They are most definitely undead. It would be knowledge religion.
Yeah, I didn't have that. So, well, I know. how to
Alternatively, you could try to identify what they are wearing, because that is most definitely not magical equipment. That would be a knowledge engineering.
Well, I think we have time for that after they're down on the ground. Oh, yeah. I'll do that. Disrupt undead spell on number 1. Strange touch.
That hits. Roll me some damage. 3 points of damage. The creature lets out a long moan.
Yell out to the others that they are manipulated by necromantic powers.
Well, Zarin
Don't
remembers
say.
what he did the last time he met skeletons. He got hit multiple times by a stupid fucking halfling. I mean, as part of the move action, I'm going to go ahead and withdraw the Earthbreaker sheep.
Okay.
And coming down here, as Zarin pushes aside his weak-minded companions, he will bring the Earthbreaker down. This is a -1 to my attack roll, but he is prone. All right.
That hits and completely shatters both the armor as well as the creature inside.
I mean, no,
The
it's pretty much
skeleton
broken
inside, rather.
anyway. Yeah, that's right. You get fucked. I have my turn.
Roll 4.
Well, I suppose since they're skeletons, I should use the club.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll try to do that.